If you ever go to your freezer and you try to open the door and it won't open and it's like this, it could be frozen. And if you go to this, we have removed the shelves already. You see the buildup of the ice right here? So that could be the reason it's not uh, opening. Also, the ice built up, it stops it will interfere with opening and closing the door. The ice needs to be removed. I don't know how you will remove it. Use discretion. I'm able to use the hammer precisely, and I'm able to break it. You see how much ice? There is nothing underneath that can get damaged exactly. So this is the method I use. When it comes to these corner, where the mechanism, right here where the mechanism is, you need to be careful and slow down. Right now I'm going to clean up so I can see what I'm doing. And just have a bucket like this. I do not know why this is happening. This is a new event. We haven't figured it out. I think the kids are going into the refrigerator too much. But if anybody knows why this is happening, let me know, because I'm unable to figure it out yet. Good luck. Okay, we're working in a reverse order. We finished the job. Now we're going to show you how the job was done. Basically, this silver thing was full of ice. The bottom of the refrigerator was full of ice. Reason for it, kids come in and out. They left a slight gap, and the moisture built up and iced up. Now, this little silver thing has a heater and gets rid of the ice, but there was so much that it couldn't handle it. And I'm not going to mess with the heater because I don't think the heater is the issue. Those are the wires to the heater, the red ones. So that's another problem. If the heater is not working, this is going to ice up, but I don't think that's my problem. What you need to do is, once I threw some water on this thing, then I'll use the shop vac to suck the water. Here's my shop vac. It was used to suck the water, and I use this to dump water. You don't have any of that equipment, you can let this stuff sit and let it melt. It takes longer. I believe I can do this job in less than an hour because I poured water on that thing and let it basically melt real quick. It took only 5 or 6 minutes. And you can see the water is dropping. So anyway, if you don't have equipment, just let it sit. The key important is this area where the rail goes cannot be wet because it will freeze up and it's going to give you a problem. This is the 4th time I'm doing this. My kids are terrible and they're going to be banned from using the refrigerator, freezer. They come get ice cream every minute, and then so you see that drop of water that needs to get rid of. If you leave that water, it will be ice, and the railing is not going to work. The white stuff you see, I added it on a pastille lithium grease, so it can work better. You don't need to take this rail off. If you're a small guy. If you're a huge guy, you need to take the rail off because you don't have room to work. So it's up to you. So we're going to continue putting the system back together. I hope I have time to post this video for you. We're going to get rid of the water. Okay, you got to make sure there's no water on this side, right here, and the opposite side. There's water moisture that can cause you lots of problem because it will turn to like sand. So get rid of all the water with a towel. Everything will freeze, obviously. There's no secret about that. Worry about the parts that move. So I put lithium grease on it. So I'm using a towel, drying everything. So as much as I can, because that's going to make the refrigerator to work less. Okay, I think we're ready for the next part. This is a continuous video, so you can get an idea how long it takes to put it back together. I don't know if the shot comes in. This is the next part that goes in. It's the fan. I don't know if the video is showing it, but this is a plug that goes in. There's some insulation, and then there's a fan. And if you're a small guy, you should be able to get it. I'm 200 pounds. I consider myself a small guy, but it pops in. 2 screws, 1 screw here, 1 screw on the other side. Hold it, and you're done. Okay, all right, it's plugged in. And it's in. The screws are extra, but we're going to do it anyway. Here's the plug right here. I recommend this head-on flashlight. Okay, that's plugged in. My left hand is holding the refrigerator and the right hand is holding the tools. Don't use a tool if you're new. You can break things, especially this son of a gun. It does 1,500 pounds of torque. You use it wrong, you're going to break plastic easily. So if you're experienced, that's good. If not, use hand tools so you don't break anything. And my hands are shaking, too tired. Okay, just barely needs to go in. You don't need to put a lot of torque. This has 1,500 pounds of torque. It's too much. You will break things. All right, this goes like this. Okay, these tabs right here, this tab and this tab, go right there. All right, make sure. Nope. It's in, but not perfect. Okay, well, on the right, there's a tab that goes underneath that thing. On the left, same thing. And then these little tabs underneath hold it. There used to be a little tab here that I broke off. Make sure you don't break this part. No big deal. You might even get away. Okay, we're ready to, and how many times I said, dry these. I see moisture still. So, I might vacuum it, and because the vacuum is too loud, I'm not going to turn it on right now. We're going to go to the next shot, putting the bins in. Bins are tricky. Well, this is about 3 minutes later, and we got all these little pieces. And since I own a shop vac right here, that's what I'm going to use. Hopefully that gives you some ideas. Sorry for the camera shaking. Good day. Okay, if you look over here, if you look right here, this is where the drain is. It's not draining. Well, it is iced up at the same time. I'm gonna, and because this element, the because this area right here is clear, is not usually ices up if your heating element is out, is not iced up. I'm going to think that the drain has got clogged and the overflow was the reason. So we need to clean the drain. Drain is right there where that little bar is gone, that little hole. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, to put the bin in, you put the big one in. The angled one is the front, and the way you get it in, you go in an angle. I'm doing it one-handed, so you should be able easily to do it with two hands. Now that it goes in, if you come over here, you have these legs, these holes right there. Goes in there. Then same thing, that little hole right there, it goes. So now you're in. This little, that's the switch, by the way, that turns your lights on. I don't know if you can see it, it's white. Right there, I'm pointing at it. I forgot, that needs to be dried because it will ice up and malfunction. So I'm going to redo, I will dry that area as well. Make sure you dry that switch. So let's go back. To get it out, I'm doing one-handed. You get it out of the hole, and then pull it out in an angle. All right, let's go clean that switch. Make sure it has no moisture because it will ice up. Push it in and out. Okay, I vacuumed and cleaned. I can still see moisture on those rails because it will ice up and it will act like sand. But make sure you get it super dry, okay? So all that area. And don't put any pressure on the door. When I was working, my hand was here to support me. And don't put no pressure on these rails. Don't lean on these rails. You will bend them easily. So I was hanging on to the side, and if you're a big guy, I have another video that shows how to take that rail off. Just check it out. If you're a big guy, you need to take this. It's going to make it very difficult. Total elapsed time so far for me has been 45 minutes from beginning to the end. If this is my fourth time, if you have questions, I will answer it. And because I live off of a royalty of $100 a month from YouTube. Yeah, they're paying me $100 a month. What do you do, huh? So anyway, I will answer your question because this is more like helping people rather than worrying about what they pay you. So anyway, put it back over here. You just did a $400 job probably. They're going to charge you $400 or $500 if they don't tell you you needed a refrigerator because that happens often. So anyway, we did that. So that part is done. Second part is that there's some wheels that ride on these rail right here. Okay, it goes on the rail. On the second part, wheel here. Let me see if I can do it one-handed. I should be able. So if I'm doing it one-handed, you should be able to do it two hands. Again, an angle. Oh, you see that part right there? That's where it goes. And here's the wheels. You see the wheels? Riding on this. Very easy. So we closed it. That means we're done. We need to plug in. And when you plug in, you can check the temperature, what inside temperature is versus what should be. All right, you got questions? Send me. And make sure you like this thing because I just saved you $400-$500, okay? And you didn't have to wait 2 days. Total elapsed time for me was 45 minutes. Problem was that the refrigerator wasn't cooling. It was only doing 20, freezer was doing 26. The machine was saying 0. By the way, you clean these outside or in the shower, depending what the temperature is outside. It's 100 degrees today, so I did it in the shower. Easier. Good luck.